The latest farm and ranch news, market reports, and more. Here's Emily Falkenberg with KLBK's Ag Journal, sponsored by FiberMax.
Hi there, and welcome back to this week's Ag Journal. I'm Emily Falkenberg. After months of negotiations, the House and Senate leaders of the Conference Committee now have an agreement on the details of a new farm bill. But there's still more work to do before it can be officially signed. But local officials say it's a step in the right direction.
Having that farm bill in place for 5 years is going to be a big assurance to folks, and especially to their bankers as well.
Almost 2 months after the 2014 Farm Bill expired, it seems the Senate and House conferees have finally reached an agreement on a new farm bill. Executive Vice President of Plains Cotton Growers Steve Verrett says this process has been like watching paint dry, but to have the conferees finally agree is a big deal.
Farmers have enough on their plate now trying to make this deal work without having to worry about that and not knowing whether they're going to have that support when we have these extended periods of low prices. And that's what this farm bill does.
He says the 18 Farm Bill is essentially a renewal of the 14 Farm Bill, but it includes a new yield update provision that the House asked for.
The yield update using the 9 through 12 years was not a great time period for those of us here in the Southwest where we had the 11 and 12 crop year in there. So it looks like we'll get another bite at the apple on the yield update using the 13 through 17 crop years.
But one change that could be a big deal is giving farmers an annual choice instead of making a one-time decision at the beginning of the Farm Bill between the agriculture risk coverage and price loss coverage programs.
We like the annual choice as opposed to the 5-year choice, so that will be a benefit. Anytime you can have more choices, it's better for farmers.
Now the bill still needs to be scored to determine the cost of this. Then both chambers will have to pass the bill, and then President Trump will need to sign it. But Verrett is positive it will happen before the end of the year.
They're pleased with what they see in the Farm Bill, and they're just ready to get it done.
Now, if this is not signed by the end of the year, lawmakers will have to start all over when the new Congress is seated in January. Now let's get a look at some ag events happening around the South Plains. The Mallett Event Center is hosting the South Plains Showdown Jackpot Pig Show this weekend. It's the 7th through the 9th, and you can find more information at malletteventcenter.com and head out there and support those kiddos this weekend. And then also you can step into a historic Christmas scene at the National Ranching Heritage Center this Friday and Saturday. The 40th annual Candlelight at the Ranch is finally here. The event is free to the public with a suggested donation of $5 from each family. But now we'll go ahead and get a quick check of our